And all we're going to do now is we're going to take one side of the sensor, lightly grab the sensor and pull across it. Hey guys, Malcolm here. Today we're going to be talking about how I clean my sensors on my Sony a7 camera and my aps-c 6400. Now I clean my own sensors because it's a relatively simple process. You just gotta have a little bit of confidence in yourself to be able to do it, and it's not hard and you're not going to damage your sensor by doing so. The sensor cleaning kit I use is from Altura. I purchased mine on Amazon, and you'll be able to find the link in the description below. So the reasons why you're going to want to clean your sensor is usually eventually you'll get some sort of dust or dirt on it that you just cannot get off with the rocket blower or with the camera's cleaning system. You'll know it's time to clean your sensor when you start seeing specks or dots on your images that you take when you're photographs. They're more noticeable at higher f-stops, such as like f7.1 or higher. You'll start seeing them. Now in those mid-range f-stops, you'll start seeing little fuzzy dots, or when you move up closer to f16 or higher, they become more prominent dots, like actual dark marks on your image. Now these can sometimes be easily removed in post, but it can become a hassle to do it on every image. A simple way to know whether or not it's on the sensor or the lens is one, just clean your lens real quick. Give it a quick wipe down. If it's still there in your images, then it's most likely going to be on the sensor itself. The other thing you can check to see if it's your lens or your sensor is actually change your lenses if you have another lens to put on the camera. If the dot is still in the same spot of the image, then it's most likely going to be on the sensor itself, and that's what you're going to need to be cleaning. So today I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of how I clean my sensor on my A7R II using the aps-c Swab even. Now most Sony cameras, it'll have an option to clean the sensor internally with the camera itself. On a camera with IBIS, it'll actually shake the sensor and it'll buzz and it'll sound like this. If you don't have IBIS in your camera or in-body stabilization, then the camera has a feature to clean it, but I'm not exactly sure what it does on the sensor. Now, if you go over to your page, your settings page on your camera, you'll have cleaning mode on page 3 of your settings. And if you click into that cleaning mode, it's going to say performs auto image sensor cleaning. You're going to hit enter, and it shakes the camera. It says auto cleaning is finished. Turn the power off, and you can also clean the image sensor manually if necessary. Follow the procedures in the instruction manual. If you have a spot of debris on your sensor, this is the first step you want to do, is just see, because you can do this, attach your lens, and what you're going to want to do is open up your lens cover like so, and hold the camera upside down with the sensor down. And you go to your menu, we're in cleaning mode, we're going to hit enter, and you can see it shakes the camera. And after that, you can do a visual inspection on your sensor to make sure you don't see anything on it. Now, it may still be there and it may not be present, especially on something like an R2, which is really sensitive because of the smaller pixels. You may not be able to see it, but it may be creating that dot on your image. So, after auto cleaning has failed and you still have an image issue, you can start doing your manual cleaning. First and foremost, you're going to take out your battery of the camera. Take the battery out, and as for just safe measure, I also pull the SD card out and make sure the SD card is out. You're going to want to take the rocket blower and blow into it, but you don't want to blow into it facing down. You want to invert the camera like so and give it a couple puffs of air into the sensor area. Now this is just good maintenance anytime before a major shoot or anything you want to do, just make sure everything's clean. If I'm doing anything really important, I'll usually always swab the sensors beforehand just so it'll be done. Again, after that, you can try to see if it corrected your issue. And if it hasn't, then the next part would be swabbing it. And I'm going to show you that right now. You'll see that it says it is aps-c 16mm. These will work on a full frame sensor. It's not as ideal, but they do work. And this is how you're going to do it. So you're going to tear open the package. And you're going to pull out your swab. Now this swab length, you don't want to touch it to get any grease or any dirt on it. This swab is enough for one swipe across an aps-c sensor. And that's all you're going to want to do is just one swipe. Now on a full frame sensor, you can see it's going to take 2 swipes across. So I'll do one swipe one way and then another swipe on the opposite side and pull it over. You want to get enough solution on your swab. You can usually see that it's soaked in a little bit. And all we're going to do now is we're going to take one side of the sensor, lightly grab the sensor and pull across it, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the other half of the sensor. Now once that's done, you want to get it covered up right away, and that'll hopefully have pulled off any dirt or any debris that was causing or stuck to your sensor that wasn't coming off with the rocket blower or the auto cleaning the camera features. Now your sensor is nice and clean, should be ready to go. Throw the swab away, as you don't want to use them twice. Once they're used, they're used. Don't be afraid of using these cleaners on your sensors. You're not going to hurt them. It's going to help just keep them clean, help keep your images a little bit cleaner. There's some videos out there on YouTube that'll show you how durable the sensors actually are. Somebody that did quite the abrasive test on an old sensor just to show you like what it can actually withstand and what actually damages it. And that's a really good video to go find. That's how I clean my sensors, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, if you buy a full frame sensor cleaning swab, it'll be the width of the sensor, the vertical height of it. And that way you can drag across it in one sweep to get it clean. And that's all you're gonna have to do. Don't scrub it. Just give it a quick wipe across with the cleaning solution on there. Once you get your sensor swab got some solution on it, you're just going to give it a quick wipe across on the full frame pad, and that's it. There's no reason to flip it over and do it again. So that's it, guys. That's how I clean my sensors, and that's as simple as it can be. It's about 30-second process and you're done. It's not a big deal. Have some faith in yourself. You get right through it, no problem. And if you found this video useful, hit that like button. That really helps my channel and its growth. And if you like what I've got here, I talked about Sony cameras, I talked about photography in general. I do my own little trips when I can and make videos about that, so subscribe if you're interested in any of that stuff as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.